I love that you asked that question. I actually wrote a book called Unplug, A Simple Guide to Meditation for Busy Skeptics and Modern Soul Seekers. And the reason why I wrote that is because a lot of people are skeptical, and it's for many different reasons. Some people are skeptical because they think that they don't want to lose their edge. Some people are skeptical because they think they don't have time or they can't sit still. I would say to skeptical people to lose the word meditation for one. You could call it tactical breathing. You could call it mindfulness. You could call it just a present practice. It doesn't have to be called meditation. That word sometimes turns people off. So all we really do when we meditate is we breathe, which is step one. Step two is we let it go. We're present in the present moment. And step three is our mind will try to take us away from the present moment, whether it's thinking about things in the future or remembering things in the past. And then we begin again. Breathe, let go, mind wanders, come back. Breathe, let go, mind wanders, come back. And when I say that for skeptical people, when your mind wanders and you can actively choose to come back to your breath, come back to the present moment, that is when you are able to actually control your brain and control your thoughts and control your response. Because what most people do is something happens in their life that's difficult and they get reactive. They get angry or they get sad or they scream or whatever it is that they do. But what they don't do is they don't pause and breathe. But when you see, for instance, famous athletes before they win major competitions like the US Open or the NBA, you'll notice a lot of these major athletes are stopping, breathing, visualizing, and getting present, especially golfers. When the golfers are just thinking about themselves and the ball, the thing in front of them, that's when they play their best. It's when you get in your head, that's what we say, we get in our head, and that's when you play the worst. This is what's happening in the Olympics right now as we're watching it. We're seeing a lot of athletes get in their head. But what they need to do is just get in the now. Just take it, be in the now, be present. Let go of all their own expectations and be here now. And that's when you'll perform your best.
Right. Because, I compete in sports as well. And when you start thinking about the mistakes that you've made and you kind of get distracted by that, then, you're making more and more mistakes. And it's not for the mistake that you're doing, it's because the mistake that you've done. And that kind of becomes, a snowball that grows and grows and grows, right?
Mm-hmm.
So being able to just let go. You made a mistake, but you have the next shot. So focus, be ready, be present.
Yeah, if you think about all the mistakes and you're in it, then you're not thinking about being in it. You're thinking. So this is where the problem lies, and it compounds. So that's why I can't remember who the golfer was, but one of the golfers who won the US Open didn't even realize he won because he was playing really present, hitting one ball at a time, not thinking about what happened, what didn't happen, just kind of focusing on the next thing and the thing in front of him. So just that one shot. So if you take it one, they always say, the slower you go, the faster you finish. It's when we put too much on our plate that we can't get anything done. But when we put one thing on our plate, we can complete that one thing and then move on to the next.
Right. Let me tell you a story that I heard about this idea of realization, right? Think of a building, right, where you can see the whole floor, right? But then when you're in a particular spot, you can see a shaft that goes to the next level, right? So if somehow you transport to the next level, right, only by being on that particular spot, then you can see a whole different floor. Now, you have a friend that it's on the previous floor, and you try to explain this whole new floor that you're looking at, right? It's a new level of realization that it's frustrating because the other person doesn't see it, right? They believe you that you're not lying to them, but they don't really believe you because they're not looking themselves in that floor, right? And it is not until they get to that particular point and get up to the next level of realization where they can share that experience with you, right? And then they can say, oh, now I understand what you're talking about, right? And I think that it's the same thing with meditation, right? I mean, there's so many skepticism, lack of information, and whatever it is, that it is not until they experience it that they can realize the benefits.